You wanna go to the park? You wanna go? You wanna go to the park? Oh yeah. Yeah, you wanna go? Hey, you wanna go to the park? We can make a video over there. I can talk about a video idea that I have, you know? You know what I'm saying? No? You know what I'm saying? You just wanna go? Yeah?
What happens now, Mr. Tanaka? You're going to write to the authorities? She's an employee of the college.
Yes, she works for the college, sir.
Some contract breach.
Alright, so you see the time is 12:08, 8:11, and we are looking at the backtesting sessions. We are not backtesting, but we did finish editing and we are uploading the video right here, and we have the other one right there. Alright, so one thing that I did do was finish reviewing my trades. I finished that a while ago. I finished recording the video of why I'm not trading mechanically anymore. I feel like that video was a little bit rushed. I didn't really have enough time to really think about what I was going to say. And another thing too about editing these videos is I tend to make the footage really long. So I'm going to try to keep these films that I'm doing, these talks, to a minimum of at least 2 minutes per video. I don't want to carry it on and talk for like hours and hours. I want to get straight to the point and be objective. I'm about to go to sleep though because I have to wake up tomorrow early for the AM session. I did chart already, and one thing I do want to do is make these videos more intentional with these weekly vlogs, having an objective for the week of what I really want to do. And I'm really about to think about that right now, and I'm gonna come back and tell you guys. So I'm gonna create a weekly to-do list. I'm gonna do that every weekend on Sunday, and yeah, I'm about to do that right now. And I'm gonna come back to you guys and I'm gonna tell you guys what I really want to do for the week. Alright, so I have the notes for when I was backtesting, and then I have the notes for when I was live trading also. They're right here. So I'm gonna go through them with you guys. I don't have a specific date for when these were, being written down. This one says impatient, forcing setups and trying to make money. That's what I was thinking in the moment, you know what I'm saying, whenever I was trading, was being impatient, forcing setups and trying to make money. So I wasn't following my system, breaking them, trying to make money. And being impatient is the thoughts or the behaviors of trying to rush the process and to get an outcome that we want, when in reality, if we're simply not thinking like that and we have the mind already reprogrammed, the success will come to us because we're acting in a sort of manner that in the intentions of we're already successful. So the success is bound to come either way, if we stick to what we already have. And then not following our trading system, blindly forcing confluences with low quality setups. Same thing again. Every day is not a trading day. And then eventually, why are you watching the 1 minute expecting to catch easy moves without any issues? We're allowing our emotions to overrun our logic when we see the market moving. So again, not being glued to the 1 minute or the lower time frame, being able to scale time frames, being able to distinguish higher confluences on higher time frames, and just waiting, being patient for the right time, to strike. And then backtesting notes. I'm pattern trading. Stop. Look for narrative to align with CRT and stop blindly trading. Have a bias. That's another reason why I'm not trading mechanically anymore. Simply because, again, I was just forcing a narrative. CRT's right here. Boom. I'm going to this time frame. Oh, CRT's right here too. Boom. Skipping candles. Boom, 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 boom. It's not like that, when you're trading real time, you know what I'm saying? Real time, you have to be watching the market consistently, and you have to be looking at what the market is doing and why it's even doing it. Why are we reaching for, why are we going higher, why are we going lower, why are we trading sideways, where are we going, why are we retracing back here instead of over here, why are we taking this low, you know what I'm saying? So alright guys, so it's currently Monday morning, and the market is about to reach my final, not my final, but one of my external draws on liquidity. So let's go look at that. You can see here on the 1 minute, this was my trade idea right here. Once we retraced, I took the buy, I moved the stops right around here, and then I closed one up here, and then I moved the stops to break even. We got stopped out, it dumped. This was the original stop loss on the TopStep account, but we closed it again early once we saw all this for now. And then eventually you can see the market came back up, retraced. We took a buy in the TopStep, when it was going up, it came back down, took an L, and then eventually you can see the market was retracing into the BPR, pushed up higher, reached the final, not the final, but one of the external draws on liquidity from the 15. We had a 30-minute inversion for early gap retracement, 1 hour CRT, a 1 hour inversion, bullish inversion, and as you can see, the market is now dumping. So that is pretty unfortunate. And one of the confluences was SMT. So whenever we were dropping, SMT was a big part into that, because the market was not supposed to be dropping the way it was. So the market was dropping. Tomorrow we do have CPI, so I understand why it's a little bit choppy like this. Bunch of wicks, you know, and just unclean price action. You know, we're supposed to have one wick and then just push up. You know, not have that chop fest we're having like this right here, where we're just chopping around. You know, if this was on a regular day, this boom boom retrace would have been normal. Would have been breaking the highs, coming back down, retrace into that new leg, and then push up higher, reach this draw, reach this one, and then eventually go to the standard deviation, and reach that final target. We probably will reach it, but it's gonna take time. It's gonna be a slow cook. And yeah, we're basically up on the account 200 something. We're close to 1%. On the TopStep account, we're down 500, so we're about to blow it. We only have 100 left, or 50 bucks left, I think. So we're just gonna probably blow that one really soon, and then continue to trade on the Alpha Futures account, and wait till we either pass or blow this account to then buy another one on TopStep. So and then I'm probably gonna get more than one on TopStep, so then I can just like, all right, in my brain I'm gonna be like, all right, we're copy trading, we need to be on the best behavior on this account, you know what I'm saying? Because I wrote it down, being emotional, not waiting for the system to give us trading ideas on the TopStep account. You know, we're being experimental. You know, we're experimenting, not really following our rules. Our system is like we're back testing again. We're experimenting, we're doing this and that. We're not having rules in place. That's why we back tested. That we back tested simply because we were creating those rules. We were freestyling. We were seeing what works, what didn't work, and now we see what works, what doesn't work, and we just need to follow it. And some days it may work, some days it may. It just depends on what days we're trading like this. We're trading on a low probability day, you know, expecting good price action or this and that, you know. But for operating as a profitable trader, we should know, you know, conditions aren't always going to be the best, so we're going to have to be able to adapt, and we're going to have to manage risk accordingly, but always following the system. On the Alpha Futures account, we're always following the system no matter what. So yeah, okay, so the video is uploaded. Now we're about to go straight to the gym. So that's basically all I plan on doing today. Going to the gym, and then eventually after that probably making some videos. I just got done meditating. I did a 25-minute session. We were writing down in the content book, so I was mixing my notes with the other one, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep the other one just simply trading related, and not like content or anything like live trading, and other things. But that's really it. Not too much mixing it. This that, you know. We have a content book for a reason. I wasn't using it, so now I'm gonna use it. And I'm about to go record another video for this channel too. So I uploaded the mechanical one. Now we plan on making another one. And I don't want to do all of them in one sitting, so I want to at least record 2 videos today, raw, you know, clean, unedited, scripted, bullet points, going over them, and yeah, just going to the gym. Before that though, recording the video, taking notes, or when I come back from all that, journaling my trade and doing all that, you know, and basically reviewing it, adding it to the playbook, and then reviewing the playbook notes, reviewing the notes, and then eventually probably backtesting later tonight. Yay! Just so locked in. Smells the wood. Right, Mocha. Look at that, guys. It's 4:51, man. A.M. It's not no P.M. It's A.M., bruh. Stop playing with me. Let me confirm it. 4:52. Look at my phone. It's on 4%. Let me charge it. Alright, so you saw it was basically 5 a.m., bro. Like, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'm so freaking drained, but this is what it takes to be a profitable trader, bro. Like, you have to wake up early sometimes, go to your 9 to 5, you know, or go to your 9 to 5 and then continue trading, like working on your trading after that. This is what it takes, bro. I'm really freaking thirsty, so let me drink some water, bro. Let me give a break. This is gonna have to be part of the vlog again. I'm not trying to go over 2 minutes. You have to go in there, outwork your competition. Yesterday I went to sleep like around 1 a.m. watching Money Heist. I did backtest, but I only backtested 3 trades. I wasn't really focused, so then I realized, all right, let me close the charts, and not just watching them, because like there's no point of watching the charts if I'm only gonna if I'm gonna be half-assing it. There's no point of actually trying to like give me the results that I want if I'm half-assing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point of trying to do something if you're only going to be like half focused on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense trying to, you know, do what you need to do. So I just decided just to watch Money Heist. I canceled my Netflix subscription, so I'm just trying to watch the things that I really was interested in watching, and finish them up, and then eventually go go back and focus on what we need to focus on. Originally, I was watching YouTube all day, so that's kind of another thing too. I was like, all right, I'm kind of tired of watching the trading content. There's so many things, so many thoughts with trading. You know, like, is it gonna work? Is it gonna pay off? Am I gonna succeed? Am I gonna be a full-time trader? You know, what am I going to do to be there? You know, but then I always think, you know, like, all the hard work I'm putting in is gonna pay off. Everything I you know, it's just like, I try not to have those negative thoughts or doubt. Always try to remain positive, you know, like, it's gonna work out. We're putting in more work than ever. We're gonna obtain the results we want. We have to just consistently showing up, and just put in more work, bro. Like, if you're not getting what you want, just put in more work, bro. Lock in, put your head down and put in more work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can always get what you want in life if you really just lock in, do it consistently, and put your head down, and you just outwork yourself every single day, bro. Not once in life will you ever not be rewarded for doing the right thing and the right amount. You know what I'm saying? So just continue working, continue grinding, continue showing up, you know, and just invest in yourself, bro. You are the biggest investment you can ever make. Yesterday I was eating like shit, bro. I won't lie. That's one thing too. I'm gonna try to fix my diet, bro. I'm not gonna try to snack on anything anymore. I'm gonna start eating healthy, like my brother. You know, he's been eating really healthy, bro. Like, it's reflecting. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to eat a lot more healthy than usual. Try to fix my diet, because you are what you eat, of course. And you know, like, your operating system, the way you know, taking care of it and all that, you know, is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to take care of my health a lot more. I feel like that's one thing I have not been taking care of. Again, I'm gonna sleep late. All right, guys, so it's currently 10:50 what? So it's 10:52. We've been back testing. As you can see, we are currently on trade at 9. This is the accounts right here. The account status 187. And basically, let's go right here. Okay, and you can see we're down on the P&L. Average RR, ideal 4. Just the losses are higher than the wins, and then basically you can see here we're down. So we lost 4 basically right there. We made it back, and then we made more, lost, and then we hit a break even right now. So it's all going good, honestly. I think over the long run we're going to be in the green. It's just some trades, you know, we don't let them run. We're aiming for 1R again. So we're aiming for 1R. Like this trade right here, we're just aiming for clear 1R, but then eventually it just it continues to the upside. It went all the way to the profit objective, which is like the external objective, which is up here. So if we let the trades run, the RR is gonna surpass the losses. Basically, we're gonna make back our losses. Same thing with this one. We have Playbook right here, the gallery, and we have all the A+ trades that we back tested, and then for the live trades right here. So yeah. All right, this is pretty much the account metrics on the TopStep account. I know I didn't update you guys, but we are up right now. This is total P&L right here. We're up around 1%, and then you can see here most profitable day. We made a little bit over. We had to go and make 13 bucks over. So we're just gonna be aiming for 1,500 only. I can't go over that, or else I get in trouble. Not in trouble, I just don't pass the account. And then here's the statistics here, as you can see. And yeah, basically last week we're making up for last week's loss. Again, these are just dumb L's. Just taking bad trades, honestly. I really am angry that I continue to just take bad trades on this account, while the Alpha Futures account, we are doing good trades, you know. But talking about the Alpha Futures account, you can see we're down today simply because of, you know, we're going past the daily loss limit. So the daily loss limit, it was around like 400. I mean 1,000. I mean, what am I saying? It's 1,000. Here was the trade idea. We hit drawdown. So we entered off the inversion right there. On the Alpha Futures, we had 3 contracts. The original stop loss was around I think 1,500 or 1,700, around there. And you can see we got close to it, and then it stopped us out, closed the trade automatically for itself, and then eventually started running off. And then for TopStep, as soon as we had this candle closure above, I entered, because I wasn't on the TopStep account. I didn't have I wasn't logged in or anything. I was just focused on, you know, trading view, and I was like, oh shit, my TopStep account. I traded it, boom. We aimed for our profit objective, and we instantly hit, boom, 1,500, closed the trade, and then I went back to work, bro. This is on my lunch break. I was at McDonald's. Trading, bro. And it's crazy, but it's like crazy at the same time, but it's like, bro, we're so locked in with trading. And again, I want to backtest 100 trades this week. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to work again, and I'm gonna go to the gym. Today I didn't go to the gym. I took a nap, so I woke up at 5 a.m. Tomorrow I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. and go to work again. But that was basically really the highlight of my day, was taking this trade. I won't lie, I'm up on the account. Tomorrow I'm gonna see if we find anything. But after such a big expansion today, especially after CPI, we expanded. We continued to the upside. I don't know if you can't really see it here, so I'll show you guys on here. So we expanded all the way up, bro. Usually we're gonna have a small retracement. And then we're gonna form something, boom, boom, manipulation, and then move up higher, targeting those highs. But if that doesn't happen, we just usually chop around, and then we slowly climb back up. So if tomorrow does present, a really good trading, idea during my lunch break, again, we're gonna go and take my laptop, go to McDonald's, and then try to trade. And if not, then it just won't force anything. I will just tape read for my lunch break and go back to work after that, and come home, try to finish my back testing session. And again, holding myself to these standards, like I want to continue to back test, continue to get better, continue to improving my trades, bro, because like I'm not at where I want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still working 9 to 5. I'm still hungry, bro. Like, the fire inside of me is burning right now. I'm itching for more in my life. I feel like there's more to life than just like working a 9 to 5 and waking up every single day and doing that for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So Waka, what are you doing? This is life. This is life. Alright guys, so today is Wednesday. We got off of work at 1:30 p.m. and I have not done anything since then. All I've been doing is laying in bed, watching Netflix. But that's about to change. Why? Because I'm about to meditate. Then after that, I'm gonna clean my room. It's not really that dirty, but we still need to clean some things up, do some laundry, and then eventually start reviewing the playbook. We need to review the playbook, but I think I'm just start charting, reviewing, and then clean my room. In the process of doing all that while I'm taking breaks, probably meditate after. I'm done uploading. Well, all the videos uploaded, actually, to be more exact. And then eventually, either we continue watching Netflix while we review or backtest, or we take notes and watch the watch later videos on YouTube. So trading notes, psychology videos, really, that's really it. / lifestyle, self-improvement videos. And today we didn't take any trades. We called it even. The accounts are still at the same. So Alpha Futures were down around 2%, and then eventually on the TopStep account, we're up 1%. So again, the profit objective is 6%. But don't think about the profit objective. Think about the trades you have to take to reach the profit objective. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it really is. It's the trades. What trader are you? Consistent, profitable. You show up every single day. You follow your rules, follow your plan, and you execute. And then eventually, you will get the reward. You will get the results you want. What do you guys think I'm doing? I'm reviewing my old videos from last year. Look at that. September. What is this? September week 4, week 3, October week 2, week 1, 10/6/2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been in this game for a very, very long time. In this video, I was just talking about how I wasn't charting. I used to chart every single day. Every day for 2024, I was charting, bro. For the whole year, bro. Except for some months, when I blew my account for May, I did not chart. In April, I blew it. May, I was not charting. I was just going through it. I took a break. But during the rest of the whole year, though, I was charting, bro. Of course, I missed some days. I wasn't, a robot consistently doing it every single day. But I was charting. I was anticipating, writing down my expectations of what I'm watching, what I want to see for the next day, and going into the market the next day looking for that. And if you're not doing that, if you're not even like having a journal or some sort of thing you can fall back upon to review and learn, then you're doing trading wrong. I promise you. You're like blinded. I know a lot of traders don't show their journaling process or what they're doing behind the scenes, which is fine. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm showing you guys in my vlogs, me doing my trade recaps, me building the playbook. I think that's the most important thing you need to take away from these vlogs. Building the system, refining it, growing it. That's why, and the trade recap, or the video recap I just made right now on the second channel for today's trading session, I go over why the playbook is so important for my conviction. If you don't know what you're looking for and you're not accepting the risk for your model and your system, you're following it to the tick, and you risk really heavy, you're not gonna feel any sort of emotions, bro. Of course you're gonna, the nervousness, should I hold it? But the accounts, all that, it doesn't matter. You know, that you can, oh, if I lose this trade, it doesn't matter. You know, we're just gonna get another account or something, you know, or tomorrow maybe, you know, our system's gonna play out. Or over the long run, the consecutive amount of trades, we're gonna win more than we lose. And it's simple as that, bro. If you don't have that, and if you don't have like, oh, this could be a learning process, you know, like if you don't have the right type of mindset, like, oh, if this trade loses and we're following the system, we can learn from it. We can journal it and see where we can, you know, approach it differently next time. Because that's all you need to do whenever you're trading your system, is continue to refine, continue to make it better and better. Go into the back test and then try to build it better there from the losses you take on live or during the back testing session, whenever you review all the wins and you take away the notes of what those winners have in common. And it's simple as that. That's how you become a better trader. That's how you become profitable. All right, guys, so it's currently Thursday, 11:19 right now. We blew the Alpha Futures account. TopStep were down 1% or 475. And again, we were forcing trades, being emotional, chasing price. That's one thing I have an issue with. Once I saw NQ move and complete the objective, I thought YM was going to catch up and do the same thing, and it never happened. We have SMT, the market started to move lower. Could have looked for shorts, but again, we were being emotional, expecting the market to catch up and be bullish, and have this fantasy inside of my head. But again, not following the system, not following the rules, and we broke that, and that's what happens. We get punished. But again, this is all a learning experience. What are we gonna do? We're gonna journal, we're gonna review and analyze to see what we could do better next time. And it's simple as that, bro, because like, this is all a learning experience, bro. It's getting us one step closer to achieving our goals, you know, and the sooner we are able to distinguish that, and again, live time, whenever we're trading, follow the rules, bro. That's the hardest thing right now that I'm dealing with, is following my rules. But I need to build that discipline outside of trading and when I'm trading. So that's basically really it. All right, so it's currently Thursday, 1:24 p.m. right now, and I've yet to journal the trades. I came back from the gym, really tired right now, hit legs, but I was using AI at the gym to help me understand what I can do better whenever I'm journaling my trades and trying to retain the information of what I'm doing right versus what I'm doing wrong for the live trades and also for the back tested trades. So I'm gonna pull that up right now after I'm done cleaning up and I journal the L's that we took today. So yeah. Alright guys, so I got done reviewing my trades for today, and now what I'm about to do is just chill, watch some Netflix, and then binge Money Heist and finish it because my subscription is running out because I canceled it. And then eventually we're gonna lock in on trading or the markets here, and we're gonna create what AI told me to do so I can remember majority of my information that I'm putting into the journal and the playbook, and then eventually like have a different approach, and I'm gonna go over that here. So yeah. 10 minutes, Alright, this is gonna be the new setup here. Decided to add the laptop for the TopStep accounts. I'm not reading anyways, so I might as well just use the space right here for having it as a screen for the TopStep accounts. And then here we're gonna have charts. What is this gonna be? Another set of what charts? We're gonna have multiple charts. I'm just learning on my Spotify and doing all that, having some music, and then here is gonna be where we trade. We take, you know, majority of our trades and all that good stuff, you know, on the... Alright, so it's Saturday and it's currently 9:42 a.m. It's August 16th, and I have not done the August week 2 objectives. So I have not backed this on 100 trades, 10 videos on how to be better, how to be a better trader, with notes on YouTube, of course, watching those, and then deep meditation, reprogramming the mind daily. I've not really been meditating, and then eventually one scripted video per day, which on the main channel here we only did like 2. And then review, oh no, 3 actually, and then review and ingrain new trading notes daily. So the reason why we haven't done that is simply because we used AI. We're using AI to become a better trader. Reason 1 is because we want to review and ingrain the notes, understand what we're looking for, why we're looking for it, build the system even more, and reviewing it through the journaling process. And of course, you can always journal better, so that's what I was thinking. And AI was telling me create a Hall of Fame versus a Hall of Shame, lesson log, everything we learned from that week, and then eventually active recall, you know, 3 mistakes. What mistakes did you make last week, you know? Or what did you do good in your trading that you remember? You know, like certain things like that you try to remember, like, what did you do wrong your last 3 trades? What mistakes did you make? And then boom, boom, boom. And you can't remember, bro. Like, I really couldn't remember, like, the last trade I took, what it looked like or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be reviewing it, bro. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, why can't I review, you know, what I'm looking at? But I know the system detail to detail. I know what I'm looking for, but when I'm on the charts, it goes away. It goes away, and I just instantly become emotional. I get FOMO, and it's just bad, you know, like it's really just lack of self-control. That's what the last video when I lost to Combine was. It was just a lack of self-control, honestly. Because again, we can have those big winning days, but then we also have big losing days. And if I'm planning on buying, you know, 2 more Combines, I'm gonna have 3. I really want to be at my best performance. I won't lie to you. So that's why it's more of an internal reflection right now. And then again with the meditations, and then using AI to journal better, understand our trades, understand what we're doing wrong, and then lowering the trade frequency. I have my notes right here. Remember, right here, lower the trade frequency. Only take A+ setups. Build the patience. Again, I'm taking way too many setups throughout the week. Some are just not A+. Some are just rushed. They're rushing the process. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm rushing the process, trying to get the result that I want. When in reality, if we were simply patient, we would have probably been passing the accounts by now. And then stop being emotional after seeing the market move without you. That's another thing. Every time I see the market move, you know, have big moves, clear, you know, clean price action, clear price action moves without me, emotional, FOMO. One retracement I enter and then boom, we get stopped out. It's a reversal in reality. And then learn to be level-headed and follow the system. Not every confluence is valid. So that's one important thing. Learn to be level-headed and follow the system. And then not every confluence is valid, because on the lower time frame, you know, say I have like 2 time frames aligning. You know, I have like the 1 minute and the 15 minute, but we don't have an hourly or a 4-hour confluence. And we think those 1 minute and the 15 minute are gonna hold. It doesn't hold. The confluences are invalid. Market disrespects them, and it's a B+ setup, and it doesn't work out. Some days they may work out, some days they don't, but it doesn't work out. And then boom, we get emotional. We start trading more. We revenge trade, and then we lose. You know. All right, so it's currently Sunday, August 17th. It's 9:44, and let me show you guys what I'm up to. So right now I'm currently reviewing my trades. I'm about to add these into the playbook. I'm about to use AI, of course, to improve my playbook and my trading journal. So this is my trading journal right now. Then this is the playbook, of course, right here. And we're about to improve it. We're about to fix this all up right now, and you know, touch it up using AI. But yeah, I'm about to review my trades. I have my notebook here for the videos I'm gonna create. You know, this is for content, and then this is for like the trading notes and all that. Reviewing the playbook notes right there. Currently 1 in. I think it's gonna stay like that for the rest of the day. I'm not gonna try to drink too much, but yeah, that's basically really it. We're gonna start the work session Sunday. I'm gonna start charting right now too, just to get it out the way for what I'm looking for the rest of the week, and of course reviewing the news. We don't have much news this week. Yesterday we had CPI. I mean, last week we had CPI. This week we don't really have much. I think it's gonna be a slow week, but that's even better because that indicates, like the week before CPI, it wasn't really much news and we were doing really, really well. Again, we need to continue to keep up the momentum, continue to put in more work. Last night I was watching the UFC, Cheeto fingers, you can see that. I was eating hot chips. I wasn't putting in the work, bro. I literally could have been putting in the work last night, but I didn't. I got distracted, decided to just relax, call it a day, you know, after work. But can't be doing that, bro, because greatness is in those very moments where you push through, you know, you push through whenever you're feeling tired, whenever you're having long days, you know, and those are the moments that really distinguish you from the rest and from being average. So yeah, that's basically really it. All right, so I gotta go walk my dog at the park. Let me put a hat on because my hair is like, it's like a mess, bro. So we're gonna go like this. But I wanted to show you guys how many books I have. God damn, I have way too many books that I need to read, bro. Way too many. But today we started off really good, and then I've been watching Sakamoto, the Sakamoto anime on Netflix. But we did refine the playbook, we did refine the journal. I have been back testing a little bit, and I have been collecting data of what I'm looking for my model and like trading that. But I've been trying to like more discretionary. Again, another thing too is like discretionary trading, building the eye, training the eye to look at the market from a discretionary standpoint. Not everything is gonna happen the same every single day. So you have to be able to distinguish market conditions. When is high probability, when is low probability, and that's kind of what I've been trying to train my eye for. So yeah.